Are you making balance mistakes that could cause you to fall? If you're like most women over 60, the answer is probably yes. And you might not even know it. Hi there. Today I'm going to share 5 common mistakes that make falls more likely. These mistakes seem harmless, but they're actually dangerous. The scary part? Almost everyone makes at least one of these mistakes every single day. But here's the good news: once you know what these mistakes are, you can stop making them today. And that could be the difference between staying steady on your feet or ending up in the hospital. Before we start, please hit that subscribe button. I make these videos to help women like you stay safe, strong, and independent. Ring that bell too, so you never miss important safety tips. Let me tell you about my friend Linda. She was always careful about her balance. She did exercises. She ate well. She felt confident walking around her house. But Linda was making 3 of the mistakes I'm about to share with you. Last winter, she fell in her own kitchen and broke her wrist. When we looked at what happened, we found that her careful habits were actually making her more likely to fall. After Linda learned about these mistakes and fixed them, her balance got much better. She hasn't had a fall since. And she feels more confident than ever. You can have the same success. But first, you need to know what mistakes to avoid. Now, before we dive in, I want to be clear about something. The information I'm sharing today is for educational purposes. It's not meant to replace advice from your doctor. If you have serious balance problems or health conditions, always talk to your healthcare provider first. Some of these mistakes might surprise you. They're things that seem smart or safe. But they actually make your balance worse over time. Ready? Let's start with the biggest mistake of all. This is the mistake that causes more falls than almost anything else. And it's something many women do because they think it's being careful. The mistake is avoiding activities because you're afraid of falling. I know this sounds backwards. You might think, if I'm afraid of falling, shouldn't I avoid risky activities? But here's what really happens. When you stop doing activities, your muscles get weaker. Your balance gets worse. And then you become even more afraid. It's a dangerous cycle. Let me explain why this happens. Your balance is like a skill. The more you practice it, the better it gets. The less you practice it, the worse it gets. Think about riding a bike. If you rode a bike every day for years, then stopped for 5 years, what would happen? You'd probably still remember how, but you'd be wobbly at first. Balance works the same way. When you avoid walking on grass because it's uneven, you lose practice with uneven surfaces. When you stop going upstairs without holding the rail, you lose confidence with stairs. When you avoid crowded places, you lose practice with distractions and obstacles. Pretty soon, everything feels scary. And when you're scared, you move differently. You tense up. You take smaller steps. You look down instead of ahead. All of these changes make falls more likely. Here's what research shows: people who avoid activities because of fear are actually more likely to fall than people who stay active. So what should you do instead? Stay active, but be smart about it. Don't avoid activities, modify them. Instead of avoiding stairs, use the handrail but keep using stairs. Instead of avoiding grass, walk on grass but take your time. Instead of avoiding crowds, go to busy places but during less crowded times. The goal is to keep challenging your balance safely. Your body needs practice to stay strong and steady. Now let me share a personal story. My Aunt Mary stopped going to the grocery store because she was afraid of falling. She had groceries delivered instead. This seemed smart and safe. But after 6 months of not walking around the store, Mary felt unsteady just walking around her house. When she finally went to the store again, she felt so wobbly that she had to hold on to the cart the whole time. Mary realized she had made herself worse by avoiding the activity. Now she goes to the store twice a week, even if she doesn't need much. She says it's like going to the gym for her balance. This is mistake number 1. Don't let fear make you avoid activities. Stay active, but be smart about safety. This mistake is huge, and most women don't even think about it. It's something you put on your feet every single day. The mistake is wearing the wrong shoes. Your shoes affect your balance more than almost anything else. Bad shoes can make you fall even if your balance is perfect. Good shoes can help you stay steady even when your balance isn't great. So what makes a shoe bad for balance? High heels are the worst. Even small heels change how you walk and stand. They put your weight forward, which makes you less stable. They also make your ankle muscles work wrong. But here's what surprises most women: flat shoes can be bad too. Completely flat shoes don't give your feet the support they need. This can make you feel unsteady. Shoes that are too big are dangerous. Your feet slide around inside them. This makes it hard for your brain to know where your feet are. Plus, you might trip on the shoe itself. Shoes that are too small are also bad. They squeeze your feet and change how you walk. They can also cause pain, which makes you focus on your feet instead of your balance. Slippers are one of the worst shoes for balance. Most slippers have no support and slippery bottoms. They're loose, so your feet slide around. Many falls happen when people are wearing slippers. Shoes with thick, soft soles might seem comfortable, but they're not good for balance. Your feet can't feel the ground properly. It's like trying to balance while standing on pillows. So what makes a good balance shoe? Low, wide heels or flat shoes with good arch support. The heel should be no more than 1 inch high. Wide heels are more stable than narrow ones. Shoes that fit properly. Your feet should not slide around inside the shoe. But the shoes shouldn't squeeze your feet either. You should be able to wiggle your toes. Non-slip soles. The bottom of the shoe should have good grip. Avoid smooth leather soles or worn-out treads. Shoes that stay on your feet. Avoid backless shoes or loose slippers. Your shoes should be snug around your heel and middle foot. Support for your arches. Your feet need support to help with balance. Look for shoes with built-in arch support or add arch support inserts. Here's a simple test for your shoes: can you stand on 1 foot easily while wearing them? If not, they're not good balance shoes. Let me tell you about my neighbor Joan. She was having more and more balance problems. She came to me worried that something was seriously wrong. I looked at her feet. She was wearing loose, backless slippers with smooth soles. I asked her to try the same balance exercises in proper athletic shoes. The difference was amazing. Her balance was so much better in good shoes. Joan realized her comfortable slippers were actually making her unsteady. Now Joan wears supportive shoes all day, even in the house. She says it was the easiest balance improvement she ever made. Don't underestimate the power of good shoes. They're like having a balance aid built right into your feet. This mistake seems like it should be good for you. But it can actually make your balance worse and increase your fall risk. The mistake is moving too slowly all the time. Many women think that moving slowly is always safer. So they walk slowly, stand up slowly, and turn around slowly. But this can actually make falls more likely. Here's why moving too slowly can be dangerous. When you move very slowly, you use different muscles than normal movement. Your normal walking muscles get weak from not being used properly. Moving too slowly can make you focus too much on every step. This actually makes your natural balance reflexes work less well. Your body knows how to balance automatically, but thinking too hard about it can interfere. Very slow movements can make you feel more unsteady, not less. When you walk too slowly, you spend more time balanced on 1 foot with each step. This is actually harder than normal walking. Moving slowly all the time makes you less prepared for normal speed activities. What happens when you need to move quickly to avoid danger? Your body isn't practiced at normal speeds. Now, I'm not saying you should rush around or move recklessly. There are definitely times when moving slowly is the right choice. Move slowly when you're on unfamiliar or uneven ground. You're feeling dizzy or unwell. You're carrying something heavy or awkward. You're in poor lighting. You first stand up from sitting, give your body a moment to adjust. But for normal, everyday activities on familiar ground, try to move at a comfortable, normal pace. Here's what normal movement looks like. Walk at a pace where you can talk comfortably. Stand up from chairs at a steady, smooth pace, not super slow, not rushing. Turn around at a normal speed, but turn your whole body, not just your head. Let me share what happened to my friend Betty. She became so focused on moving slowly that she took tiny, shuffling steps everywhere. This made her leg muscles weak. One day, Betty's phone rang and she tried to walk to it at normal speed. She wasn't used to normal walking anymore, and she stumbled. Luckily, she caught herself. Betty realized that moving too slowly had made her less stable, not more stable. She started practicing normal speed walking in her house. Within a few weeks, she felt much more confident and steady. The key is to move at a comfortable, natural pace most of the time. Save the extra slow movement for truly risky situations. This mistake is about something you probably don't think about much. But it's affecting your balance every single day. The mistake is not keeping up with vision changes. Your eyes are a huge part of your balance system. When you can't see clearly, your balance gets worse. But many women don't realize how much their vision affects their stability. Here are the vision mistakes that hurt balance. Not updating your glasses prescription. Your eyes change over time, especially after age 50. An old prescription makes everything slightly blurry. Your brain gets less clear information about where you are and what's around you. Not having the right type of glasses. Bifocals can be tricky for balance. When you look down through the bottom part, things can seem to jump or move. Some people need special glasses for walking that are different from their reading glasses. Not wearing your glasses when you should. Some women only wear glasses for reading or driving. But if you need glasses for distance vision, you should wear them for walking too. Blurry vision makes it hard to see obstacles, steps, and uneven ground. Not having enough light. Even with perfect glasses, poor lighting makes it hard to see. Your balance system needs good visual information. Dim lighting or dark areas make balance much harder. Ignoring changes in night vision. Many women notice they don't see as well in the dark as they used to. But they don't adjust their habits. Walking in low light becomes much more dangerous as we age. Not cleaning your glasses. Smudgy or dirty glasses make your vision less clear. This affects balance, especially in challenging situations. Here's what you should do about vision and balance. Get your eyes checked every year. Don't wait until you notice big changes. Small changes in vision can affect balance before you realize your vision has changed. Tell your eye doctor about balance problems. They can recommend the best glasses for walking and daily activities. Special walking glasses might be different from your regular glasses. Make sure you have enough light everywhere you go. Add lamps to dark corners. Use night lights in hallways and bathrooms. Don't try to navigate in dim light. Clean your glasses every day. Smudges and dirt make a bigger difference than you think. Clean glasses can immediately improve your balance. Consider the lighting when you go places. Avoid activities in very dim or very bright lighting if possible. Give your eyes time to adjust when moving between different lighting levels. Let me tell you about my friend Carol. She was having more and more trouble with balance, especially at night. She was afraid she was developing a serious balance disorder. Carol went to her doctor, who sent her for balance tests. But first, they checked her vision. It turned out Carol's night vision had gotten much worse, but she hadn't noticed because it happened gradually. With better glasses and more lights in her house, Carol's balance problems almost disappeared. She learned that most of her balance problem was actually a vision problem. Don't underestimate how much your vision affects your balance. Clear sight is a big part of staying steady. This last mistake might be the most dangerous because it seems so harmless. You might be doing it right now without thinking about it. The mistake is cluttering your walking paths. Many women keep their homes exactly the way they've always kept them. But as balance changes with age, homes need to change too. What used to be fine can now be dangerous. Here are the clutter mistakes that cause falls. Leaving things on the floor, just for a minute. That magazine you were reading, those shoes you kicked off, that purse you set down, these all become trip hazards. Even if you know they're there, your balance reflexes might not be quick enough if you catch your foot on them. Keeping loose rugs everywhere. Small rugs seem decorative and cozy. But they're major fall hazards. They slip, bunch up, and create uneven surfaces. Many serious falls happen because of loose rugs. Having too much furniture in walking areas. That extra chair or side table might seem fine. But when you're not feeling steady, tight spaces become dangerous. You need clear, wide paths through your home. Keeping electrical cords where you walk. Lamp cords, phone chargers, and appliance cords create invisible trip hazards. In dim lighting, you can't always see them. Storing things on stairs, temporarily. Many women use stairs as temporary storage. But anything on stairs is a fall waiting to happen. Even one item can throw off your balance on stairs. Having different floor levels without clear marking. A single step between rooms, or a sunken living room, can be dangerous if it's not clearly marked or well lit. Not clearing snow and ice immediately. Outside walkways need to be clear and safe. "I'll just be careful" isn't enough when dealing with ice. Here's how to fix clutter problems. Walk through your home and look for trip hazards. Get down on your hands and knees if you need to. Look at your floor from a low angle to spot things you might miss when standing. Remove or secure all loose rugs. Use non-slip backing, or better yet, remove small rugs completely. Large rugs that lay flat and don't move are okay. Create clear, wide pathways through every room. You should be able to walk through your house in a straight line without turning sideways or stepping around things. Move all electrical cords out of walking areas. Use cord covers, tape them down, or rearrange furniture so cords aren't in walking paths. Keep stairs completely clear at all times. Never store anything on stairs, even temporarily. Improve lighting in all walking areas. You should be able to see clearly everywhere you might walk, day or night. Add non-slip strips or paint to mark changes in floor level. Make sure steps and level changes are clearly visible. Let me share what happened to my friend Ruth. She prided herself on having a beautiful, well-decorated home. But her home was full of small rugs, decorative items on the floor, and narrow walking paths between furniture. Ruth fell 3 times in 6 months. Each time, she tripped on something in her own home, a rug, a decorative basket, an electrical cord. After the 3rd fall, Ruth decided to make her home safer. She removed all the small rugs, moved furniture to create wider walkways, and put all the decorative items up higher. Ruth was worried her home would look bare. But she found it actually looked more spacious and elegant. And she hasn't fallen since. Your home should be your safe haven, not an obstacle course. Clear paths are more important than decorations. Now let me tell you why these mistakes are so common. They all seem like reasonable things to do. Being extra careful seems smart, but avoiding activities makes you weaker. Comfortable shoes seem best, but they might not support your balance. Moving slowly seems safer, but it can make you less stable. Not worrying about small vision changes seems fine, but clear sight is crucial for balance. Keeping your home the same seems normal, but homes need to change as we age. The key is understanding that what worked when you were younger might not work now. Balance needs change as we age, and our habits need to change too. Here's your action plan to stop making these mistakes. Today, look at your shoes. Are they good for balance? If not, plan to get better ones. This week, walk through your home and remove trip hazards. Pay special attention to loose rugs and items on the floor. This month, get your eyes checked. Make sure your prescription is current and ask about glasses for walking. Ongoing, stay active but be smart about safety. Don't let fear keep you from doing activities you enjoy. Remember, small changes can make a big difference. You don't have to fix everything at once. Pick one mistake and work on that first. Then move on to the next one. Let me share some encouraging news. Research shows that fixing these common mistakes can reduce fall risk by up to 50%. That's huge. Simple changes in shoes, home safety, and habits can cut your chances of falling in half. Another study found that women who learned about these mistakes and made changes felt much more confident about their balance. They were less afraid of falling and more willing to stay active. You have the power to make these changes. You don't need special equipment or expensive treatments. You just need to stop doing things that hurt your balance and start doing things that help. Here are some signs that you're making progress. You feel more confident walking around your home. You're less afraid to try activities you used to enjoy. You feel steadier in different types of shoes. You can see more clearly in various lighting conditions. You move through your home more easily. These improvements might happen quickly, or they might take a few weeks. Everyone is different. The important thing is to keep making positive changes. Now, I want to address something important. Some of you might be thinking, but I've always done these things and never fallen. That's great. But balance changes as we age. What was safe at 40 might not be safe at 60. What worked at 60 might not work at 70. The smart thing is to make changes before you need them, not after you fall. Think of it like wearing a seatbelt. You don't wear a seatbelt because you plan to crash. You wear it just in case. These balance changes are the same, you're protecting yourself just in case. If you have family members who are concerned about your balance, show them this video. Sometimes family members can see balance problems before we notice them ourselves. They might be able to help you spot these mistakes. And if you're worried about balance problems, don't ignore them. Talk to your doctor. They can check for medical causes and refer you to specialists if needed. Physical therapists are especially good at helping with balance problems. They can design safe exercise programs and teach you better movement patterns. Balance problems are not something you have to accept. Yes, balance changes as we age. But most balance problems can be improved. You're not powerless. Before we finish, let me remind you about something important. The information I've shared today is for educational purposes. Everyone's situation is different. If you have serious balance problems, medical conditions, or take medications that affect balance, always check with your healthcare provider before making changes. Your safety is the most important thing. If any of these changes make you feel less safe, stop and talk to a professional. You've learned about 5 major mistakes that make falls more likely. Avoiding activities because of fear. Wearing the wrong shoes. Moving too slowly all the time. Not keeping up with vision changes. Cluttering your walking paths. Now you know what to watch out for. More importantly, you know what to do instead. These changes might feel strange at first. That's normal. You've been doing some of these things for years. It takes time to build new habits. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small improvements. And remember, every positive change reduces your risk of falling. If this video helped you understand balance mistakes better, please give it a thumbs up. It helps other women find this important information. And please subscribe to our channel. We make videos specifically for women who want to stay safe, strong, and independent as they age. Ring that notification bell so you never miss safety tips that could prevent a serious fall. Share this video with friends and family. These mistakes are so common that almost everyone makes at least one of them. You could help someone avoid a dangerous fall. What mistake were you making? Let me know in the comments below. Don't be embarrassed, we've all made these mistakes. Sharing your experience might help other women realize they're making the same mistake. Thanks for watching, and remember, you have the power to prevent falls. These simple changes can make a huge difference in your safety and confidence. Stay steady, stay smart, and I'll see you in the next video.